Hi there, I'm Jen, and if you're watching this, why? I don't know. I haven't got a clue what I'm gonna say. And I've done so many takes, I've done so many videos. I'm really quite bored of my own voice now. So if you're still watching, well done, congratulations. And and I'm gonna try and come up with something relatively decent to say. Just so you know, in all of these takes, the one thing that I have recognised is that I say a lot. I'm going to try not to, but I don't think it's going to happen. And you're probably going to find that really irritating. The other thing as well is that I do swear a lot, and I'm going to try not to do that as well. I'm not sure which is going to be hardest. Anyway, nothing is as hard as going through a divorce, right? And if I can do that and still be surviving, then I can probably stop saying and swearing. So I am here because I got bullied into doing it. Great, thanks friends. I kept talking about it and wanting to do something around divorce because there isn't really anything, and it's always so serious. And I know divorce is a serious subject, right? And it's pretty shitty. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? I don't know. And there are so many areas where it can, I don't know. It's not even as though it's just the marriage. It's not a marriage. It's not just about marriage. It's about absolutely everything. And I think I have changed as a person as a result. And I think I've changed for a person for the better. I hope so. What do I actually get out of this if I don't get that? But what I found was the saving grace for me was having a bunch of girlfriends who have been there, done that, and were able to make me smile when I really didn't want to smile. In fact, quite the opposite. And I suddenly thought, maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need to laugh in the face of divorce, because it's really not a funny subject. It's one of the most upsetting and distressing and painful experiences anyone can go through, irrespective of the reasons behind it, I suppose. But I haven't really got a plan as to how this is all going to go. It's going to be what they would call very organic. But I do have a general idea, and I think it's going to involve topics that come up, questions that other people ask, and we chat to people who have been there and done it. We chat to professionals. I'm hoping to get some understanding of the psychology behind it, what people were thinking of throughout different phases. I know that if I look back over my marriage, especially with children when they were born, how that changed the dynamics, and sort of work-life balance, work-life home balance, work-life home kids balance, work-life home husband balance, and the psychology behind it all, and where things I could have responded differently, perhaps, and why I didn't. But oh, and yeah, I mean, there's so many things that I want to do. So there's also looking at the justice system. I'd like to get some professionals on to account for that, because I don't know about you, but the British justice system with regards to family law is pretty rubbish. So thanks ever so much for that. British justice system. I got lots to say about that. Yeah, it's apparently perjury in family law is totally and utterly illegal. So that was good to know. Seriously. Anyway, and then there were just funny little things. Like, there was this one woman who I wish I could remember her name. I think she's awesome, because it really made me think that, and I can't quote her verbatim, but basically along the lines of, you knew before you put a ring on your finger that it wasn't going to work. And I was like, shite. she's so right. What the hell? What? All those red flags in those few couple of years. But we were all on this gravy train. It was like you met someone at this age, you took a couple of years, you decided to move in together. A year later, you got married, and 2 years later, you had children. So there must be hundreds of women, thousands, especially within my age group and sort of, I suppose, circle, who all got married, all knowing that they shouldn't have done, and they're still there. It's just like, I'm just like, there's millions of miserable women. Hopefully they're not miserable. I don't mean that, but are stuck in these marriages when they knew 20 odd years ago that it was the wrong thing to do. Anyway, maybe that's why I'm getting a divorce, because maybe now it's dawned on me, and yeah, there we go, you know, reasons as to why you finally do bother to press the button. I don't know, the release cord, whichever way you want to look at it. So there's quite a bit that it's going to be jumbled, it's going to be chaotic. I don't really do anything planned or organized. My life at the moment doesn't really move past doing the school run, getting home and being told I've got to go and pick up my son and then come back, and then I've got to try and get him back into school and then go and pick the other one up. So I'm just literally a taxi service at the moment, in the most painful experience of having to see my 2 children suffer immensely, which is heartbreaking, to be honest with you. So in amongst all of that heartbreak, we need to find moments where we can giggle, have a laugh, and I suppose that's where the name Split came from. Obviously there's the split, then which is quite negative, and I'm trying to keep it positive. So the positive side of that is split. I'm going to split, which is kind of a nice thing to say at the end of an evening when your friends are all at the bar and you know that you need to go home, and you sort of go, guys, I'm going to split. But it's done in a kind of a positive way. And then obviously splitting your sides, which I might be the only one that does that, but anyway, I win. But so I don't know, I'm going to try and go and see if I can get some padding for this very naked scaffolding of a YouTube channel and see what we can come up with. But I'd really like it if you did decide that you wanted to come back and see what other utter rubbish I can post, and hopefully it will be informative, opinions of professionals as opposed to, well, actually I just think even if people come on and they have been divorced, then they're professional in divorce, because no divorce is the same, and therefore they are experts in their field. So yeah, we'll just go with professionals, and actually start asking questions and see if we can at the same time learn something about ourselves. I think it's really important that we understand what changes we could make that perhaps could help us in the future. I think communication would be a big one for me. Boundaries would be another. And understanding what a partnership is and working together is. So yeah, I don't know, there's lots and lots and lots that I'd like to talk about and talk with other people about and get other people's opinions, because I think changing perspectives for me has been quite big, looking at things slightly differently. They sort of say, you know, from a victim mentality you see things one way, and I think I probably have been in a victim mentality for several decades, or 2 anyway, and I'm not that old yet. So, you know, had I been able to change my perspective, would that have made a difference? Would I be somewhere different in my relationship with my ex now, if I could? But I guess it's willingness to learn about yourself, right? And we can do it in a safe environment where we can share stories, ask for, well, I see it like this, so how could it be looked at differently? And I think sometimes it's all it takes is to have someone that you that you like, trust, and has done it, been there, you kind of probably get more from them than reading any self-help books. So that's kind of, I kind of hope that this is like a self-help guide to making it through the split, life after the split, and not living in the past, and being able to move forward and grow and be a different person. Why not? Be a better person. Well, not a better person, more a better version. Upgrade. Let's up level. There we go. We're gonna up level. We're gonna up level together. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. But yeah, up leveling. Yeah, I think that's what split is. Split is going to be about up leveling, and enjoying the rest of the life that we have left, and making the most of it. Because I don't know about you, but it scares the heck out of me, my age, and how much I've actually got of active life left to live. So there we go. That's me. Thank you for joining me. I really hope to see you again. Oh, there we go again. And so I'm going to split now and go and see if I can find something more important to talk about than just my ramblings. And I will see you on the other side. Take care.